Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Savage. Excuse me. I wanted to do a little bit more on writing a lead and an introduction for your nonfiction writing to follow up on that video that I shared with you on YouTube. Okay, so you're starting this in a new document. You're not doing it in Google Classroom. So go into Docs. I went to the waffle and I clicked Docs. It brought me to this screen, and then I'm going to start a new document hitting the plus sign. It will bring me here. Sorry, I have a little allergies are bothering me a little bit. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to go up and I want to give this a name. I click on Untitled Document. I'm going to call it, if my computer wants to agree with me. I lost my mouse. There we go. Let's call this, what is it? Informational Writing Savage. You're going to call it informational writing and then your last name. Okay. So don't just put Savage because you're in my class. Put informational writing and then your last name. Okay, let's go down here. So I'm going to start typing. I'm just going to type my name up at the top. And I want this to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go up to the font and I'm going to make it 18. So then hopefully the whole thing will be 18. Okay, so here I am. In the video, it talked about informational writing, that you need a hook with a surprising fact about your topic or asking a question, or you could use both. Okay, so of course, better openings are going to use both. I think the example in the video they gave was about, did you know about something about computers, or there are more than 2 billion computers in the world or something. I am going to, I think in class, I started doing some examples on penguins. I haven't actually done the research, but I should. So I'm going to ask a question because I don't know interesting facts because I haven't completed my research yet, but you guys do. So it's a good idea to go to the interesting facts section of your research and you'll be able to find something cool there. Okay, so I'm always going to hit tab to indent, and then here's going to be my opening. Is that a lowercase? Did you know that there are penguins in zoos all across America? Now, that's just what I could come up with without doing my research. But if I had some interesting facts, if I knew there were a certain number of species in the world or something like that, I could say something like, did you know that there are over however many species of penguin in the world, or penguins live in this many countries, or something from my research. And I could even put zoos all across, let's say, the world. Again, use your research. I'm just pretending to have research right now. Okay, so you're asking a question as an opening about your topic. Then you want to write a few more sentences in your introductory paragraph, why people should read it and what they will read. So, why should people read about your animal? Why did you choose your animal? Okay, so your next sentence is going to be why people should read it. So let me think for a second. Did you know that there are penguins in zoos all across the world? That's just the sentence I came up with. I have seen some of them and they are really interesting and they're sometimes funny. I'm thinking about, I saw some video online of penguins hopping downstairs the other day. It was actually kind of funny, I guess because they don't really have legs with knees that can bend, and they were hopping down the stairs and there were people walking with them. So they're sometimes funny. But again, if I had my research, it would probably, and I could see some of the benefits of penguins or why they are an awesome animal. I would put that in there, why people should read it. Okay. Now I want to tell them what they will read. In this book, you will read about the girl gave the example she wanted to read about. You will read about computers. In this book, you will read about the life of a penguin so that you can understand this awesome creature a little better the next time you see one. Okay, again, use what you know about your animal to create these sentences. Okay, now I have an awesome opening. I'm going to reread it to myself and see if it makes sense. You should reread yours to yourself and see if it makes sense. Did you know that there are penguins in zoos all across the world? How about I'm going to put zoos and the wild because they're not just in zoos. So when I read something and I'm like, oh, that could be better, go in and fix it. That's what good writers do. They revise and they edit as they're going. Did you know that there are penguins in zoos and the wild all across the world? I have seen some of them and they are really interesting and they are sometimes funny. In this book, you will read about the life of a penguin so that you can understand this awesome creature a little better the next time you see one. Could this be better? This opening? Probably. It's what I'm going to start with. As I write, it may develop into something else, and then I can go back and I can adjust my opening. But for right now, we want to get an awesome opening with a good lead. So your 3 important things you need to do are start with a surprising fact or a question or put them together. I think it's pretty easy to put them together at this point because it's kind of just like a did you know? Then why people should read your book and what they will read. You got 3 sentences and it'll make an awesome introduction. Okay? Got that done? Share. Oh, so here's the last thing. So again, this wasn't in Classroom. We just made this in a doc. Blue share button. You'll see there is no turn in because you're not in Classroom. Blue share. Wait for this to come up. Oh, and my phone's ringing. Sorry, guys. And put in my name there. Click done, and it'll share it. If you hear some loud noise, it's my robot vacuum we call Rosie is making her way close. So anyway, questions, comments, concerns, email me, call me. I called every single one of your parents yesterday. So everybody should have my phone number. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, bye.